Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or for the very first time.
It could be. The numbers have been looking good.
They have.
So something must be working. Well, we're here with
we have some bots.
Yeah. All those Russian, all the voting we've been doing with the Russians. Chip, recently got back from Disneyland for the second time in like a couple weeks, which is almost embarrassing.
Was it just as magical?
On the last day, my wife and I were like, okay, I think we've had our fill.
Yeah.
We're good. But Cerny, I'll let you speak to this. These beers we're looking at here.
The Adam Carolla's Endless Rant IPA.
Oh.
So they were looking for a
brand ambassador.
So I sent them an email, and here we are. So we're going to try it.
So Cerny gets... This is actually somewhat sponsored.
Yeah, I know. So actually quasi-sponsored.
So I guess essentially we were given these drinks.
Yeah, basically.
These beers.
They sent me a little gift card. Said, hey, you want to spend it on Corolla drinks and to kind of keep the... Because, you know, in the retail game, you have to have so much dollars run through the register so they can kind of keep your space.
Okay.
So they're trying to keep their brand afloat without actually hiring sales. Because if you hire a sales force, it's expensive. But if you swing somebody $50 and say, hey, when you're in there, can you make sure our product's on the shelf and there's tags?
You take a picture and all this.
Yeah, and I make it look billboard.
So Adam Carolla is a fellow podcaster, radio guy. I would say one of our, I don't know, idol is the right word to use, but did we start a podcast right after he did? Like the OG Chip and Cern.
The OG, yeah, we
from
did.
2006 to 2009-ish?
Yeah, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I think about the same time we both were, and this is before podcasts were anything.
No,
I mean, we were fucking
drunk.
We would have, anyway. All right.
All right, let's take
You're going to take a sip?
Yeah.
It's an IPA, 6.7% alcohol by volume. I do appreciate the pint can.
Oh, yeah, I do like that.
All right.
Let's take a drink. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's
Actually,
good.
I like it.
A very classic IPA taste.
Yeah, it has that hoppy taste, which I do enjoy.
Not overwhelming.
Now, if you listen to the OG Chip and Cern, we used to call it India Pale Ass.
It's horrible. We couldn't stomach it, actually.
We couldn't do it. But when I go for a beer, that's generally 90% of what I'm looking for is usually an IPA.
And I think the nice thing about IPA is one or two and you're probably good.
Yes.
At least now, when we were talking about this off air, like we can't drink like we used to, or we choose not to drink.
Yes.
We've learned. We've become educated.
Because this came up during Thanksgiving. We're going to go off track here.
It's okay.
My dad and I, we had a bottle of wine. So we had half a bottle each and a couple of beers. So the wife thought, she kept saying, are you gonna throw up? And I was like, after half a bottle of wine, I'm good.
I'm ready to go Black Friday shopping, sweetie.
And that's exactly what we did. She took advantage. She took advantage of
She took advantage of you?
I'm getting this. Go for it.
Like
getting this. Go for it.
I'm feeling good. My teeth are purple, and I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good. Everything's a yes.
Everything's a yes from Sir.
Yes. But I said you would if you think half a bottle would have me thrown up.
No.
You would no. First off, I'm just getting started, but you would be astonished the old Chip and Cern drinking. You would
mercy. I can't even. I honestly can't even remember.
That bottle of wine would be like a bottle of tequila.
Oh, okay. Enough, Cerny. Enough. I can't take it.
But then now first off, I told the recovery time. Remember, recovery time back in the day was a couple hours of hell in the morning, and then you were good. Now it's like,
and it was always me going into work. I
Yeah.
mean, like, what time would we stop drinking? I mean, obviously, probably close to 2, but
Yeah.
then we would go back and have like a nightcap at the house.
Yeah, we would continue
Or go
to
smoke
party.
a fucking backwood cigar or a Black and Mild out
Yes.
in the back. And then I would be at my desk at like 8:30,
Yeah.
just looking like fucking death. I'm sure I reeked of alcohol.
Oh yeah, we all we were your wife came in. It's like, you smell like booze. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which we did.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
I noticed, we've had some, things here and there we celebrated. I noticed recovery time has been days, not hours, days.
Yeah, I can't. No, that's not true. Yeah, I would say the times where I'm getting tossed as few and far between, to where it's not like, oh yeah, a couple times a month I'm getting tossed.
No.
Now it's like maybe a couple times a year,
Yeah.
and I'm really not happy the next day. And then the day after that, you're still a little bit
Like
off.
sluggish, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh man, this is. So now when I'm, I know.
I think when the dogs farted,
Yeah,
it
I was like,
smells
oh,
fucking
that smells
horrible.
weird.
Is that Zoe over there? Cern's looking.
Sorry.
Oh man, in her old age.
So now I notice when I'm drinking, I'm like, when I'm like, oh, I'm feeling kind of good. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop because I don't want to fuck my day up tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, Endless Rant IPA from Adam Carolla, sort of what he is known for is his ranting and his ability. He's a blowhard, self-admitted.
Yep.
And so when I was at Disneyland, we had a Cerny Disneyland recap show, and then when I went and
about a
I
week
was
later.
like texting, it pretty much was exactly almost a week, and I went back and I sent Cern a couple texts, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be great pod material because
there's a lot of
all the
characters.
stuff.
There's a lot of characters, not just
figuratively,
yeah,
and literally.
literally.
Now, I think we sort of read these off. The main thing about Disneyland, obviously, there's a shitload of kids there,
Yeah,
mine included, and Cern's
yeah,
squad as
running
well.
around.
The stroller situation. How would you sort of rate the stroller thing?
They are fucking everywhere. Now I get it. I didn't do the
It's a
stroller.
necessary evil.
I didn't do the stroller.
Oh, really?
Boy, did my back pay the price because I had to carry
And your
that.
neck? How was your neck feeling?
Oh, it was like fucking chicken fights, man.
Oh.
Because Jeffrey was like, he was kind
How
of
much
like.
does he weigh these days? 50?
I put him on the scale before we left. He was 45 pounds. So yeah.
Wow.
So he was swinging back and forth, singing and dancing because they have music going, and he's
Sure.
just,
He's pumped. He's
yeah, which was fine. But then the first day, because we were there for the 3 days, the first day wasn't so bad.
because he had the legs still. He had the legs to carry.
He had the
himself.
legs, and but then by the third day,
Hurting.
my body was like fucking crying. I was like, I can't do this shit.
Now, the first time we went down, I had the same thought. I'm like, Charlie doesn't really like a stroller that much. I never take her into one, and we run errands all the time, or we'll go to Costco, and hey, if it's bad, I'll throw on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'll throw on my shoulders. I almost left it at our house, but my wife was so insistent. I'm like, fine, we'll bring it. We were not going to use it. And like the first day before we left, I specifically remember my wife's like loading the bottom up with snacks and water. I'm like, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to push this fucking thing, and the kid's going to be out walking, and we're just pushing an empty stroller.
Yeah.
And I was like I almost made some like executive decision of like, nope, we're leaving it. Probably within 30 minutes, I was like, I'm so glad we brought this. Now, what was your main beef
With the stroller?
with the strollers?
My main beef is with the fucking reckless parents that would use it as like a
wedge.
with their kid inside of it.
Yeah.
The first few, but then when it's really crowded and they would like wedge it like out
To get into it.
Yeah. I was like, you know what?
Because there's so many.
If I just kicked your fucking kid, what would you think?
Because there's so many cross traffic streams, and
Yes.
if there's a parade or they do all shit like this all the time, and it's like you have, we're talking 4-lane of human wide just going,
Yeah,
and
cattle.
you have to you just have to plow through.
Yes.
So now the double wide strollers are problematic because those aren't as nimble.
No. They're like a fucking tanker.
They are like a tank.
Of the tanker of strollers.
And if the odd thing about Disneyland is you literally park your stroller somewhere and you like walk away from it.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
It took me a while, and I'm like, hold. I'm like, wait a second. No one's gonna steal. So I literally, let's say you're at the Dumbo ride or whatever.
Yeah.
There's signs that say stroller parking. And how many strollers would be there? 50, 100?
Yeah, there was like at least 50 to 100. It was insane.
And you kind of walk around, you do a couple things, you're like, okay, let me go get the stroller, and then
I was like wondering,
and they ripped in there.
Yeah, I know. I was like, do you have to should you get like an airport baggage tag? Like it's like
I almost brought a tile.
Okay.
To put on there. I did see someone, and there's nice strollers. My wife, because this hasn't been announced on the podcast, but my wife is pregnant, so number 2 is on the.
Congrats! I had no idea.
I thought I sexted you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh no. Yeah, remember the picture? I said this thing.
Yeah.
Got her pregnant again. It's a big cock pic. So even a fucking Disneyland podcast has a dick joke or two in it for everyone. There's a little something for everyone.
Some for the kids, some for the adults.
Stroller talk, right into dick jokes. And so it was kind of funny because we were scoping out all these double strollers. We're like, okay, we like that. We like how that one is. So my wife was talking to somebody. Anyway, her stroller, it's an investment, blah, blah, blah. I looked it up on Amazon. I'm like, what's it? Like, pulled it up. $1,400. I'm like,
yeah, that is a fucking investment.
God damn, I get like a 98 Honda or something for that price. I'm like,
get the kids their car when they turn 16.
So I did see one stroller that had like a little cable lock around the wheels. I'm like, no one's gonna fucking steal your stroller. Just relax.
Like a boat.
Your Yeti water bottle hanging off the thing is more valuable to them than that stroller.
Yeah, I'd be more concerned about them, like raiding the actual stroller.
Yeah, totally.
Now, if you're gonna get a double, do they have ones that are almost like a fucking plane cockpit where they're like, in a single file line, like one?
So they do.
Okay.
So we were comparing both of this. Now this is Chip and Center stroller talk.
Okay.
Because part of me is like, I don't want to inconvenience people as well, and I think the double wide stroller is just kind of a dick thing.
It makes, I don't know about you, but when you're kind of, it makes me kind of start getting uneasy, like if you have,
because it's so. I mean, we're talking this thing's probably as wide as this table.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, they're
they're
about 3 feet wide.
24, 36 inches.
Something like that, yeah.
And you moving this thing and like to try to fit it through a door or if you're on a sidewalk.
Oh, you're taking the whole fucking thing
You're taking the whole thing up and then people are trying to get by. Like, I just don't like that. So I thought, okay, yeah, like the airplane, the single file thing. Well, those are really long and they don't fold down as easy from my understanding. And they're very tough to maneuver.
So you gotta get 2 separate. Each parent has to drive one.
Oh, interesting. I never thought about that. Or the thing that I like is you get the one, and then you've seen those ones with like skateboards on the back, and the kid could stand there and has like a skateboard.
I've not seen.
Yeah,
that.
really?
That is fucking awesome.
So it's just a regular stroller, and then for the older kid, it has like an attachment that's a skateboard.
What kind of stroller do you have?
Just it's one we got with you can clip your car seat into it. Or like the infant car seat.
The Graco or something like that.
Yeah, Graco or Britex. Be Agile is the brand.
Be Agile.
Yeah. And you see people with all the Disneyland.
So Charlie will be a little bit older. She almost be getting one of those little plastic foldable, those
umbrella stroller.
Yeah. She can almost get one of those.
That's what I was thinking. But I also have a running stroller.
Don't put the infant in that. They might be judging you on that one.
What?
You put the infant in the umbrella stroller.
Oh yeah, that would be. Just like have him wrapped up in there.
Football helmet on his head.
So the strollers. Now, I'm fine with the strollers because there's no escaping it.
No.
Now, my wife brought up a good point. She said, what would happen if they just banned strollers from Disneyland?
Oh, man.
Like, obviously, I feel most people's strategy when they go to Disneyland is maximization of time inside.
It's like $100 a fucking ticket.
Yeah. It's 100 something a head. So you're not gonna be like,
Walk
we'll
your
do a half
fucking-
day.
You
Yeah.
walk your legs as a fucking
know.
nub, man.
If you don't have blisters on your feet, you're not trying hard enough.
We didn't do good enough.
So I would say that there's no way without a stroller that you could bring any kid under
Like next time we go,
6 or 7.
I told
You would probably be okay without a stroller.
Yeah, like we made it, and next time he'd be a little older. I told her, I was like, I would seriously consider like the fucking hotel that connects to the park.
Dude, we said the same thing.
I was like, because you could just run and grab,
Grab a
because-
water, grab the sandwiches.
grab a coat, because
Yeah.
There was a point where Jeffrey didn't want a fucking sweatshirt because whatever, and then I said fine, fuck it, and then when it came around, he was
I'm
cold,
freezing,
and I
yeah.
gave up my shit, and I was like, fuck, I'm cold.
I did the same thing. I'm cold. Pulling my sweatshirt off. Here you go, child. My child.
Yeah.
What else? What other sacrifices can I do for you?
Do you want my blood or
Yeah. What do you need?
a fucking
transfusion?
eyeball? Yeah. You
Bone
want a
marrow?
kidney?
You need bone
What do
marrow? What do you need?
Dealing it out here.
I almost said the same thing because So but the stroller turned out to be very clutch for us. Now, I had an incident with a morbidly obese gentleman on a rascal-esque
the scooters.
scooter.
Yes, the scooters.
Now, those I have found in my observations, mostly from what I see, are not outwardly disabled people. They are
self-inflicted disabled.
from the buffet line.
Yes.
Okay, they're obese,
The obese.
and I understand you can't walk or you can't hoof it around Disneyland all day, even though it probably would do some benefit.
Yeah.
Burn some cows, but
when they're that fat, I was always wondering, like, if they, let's just say we walk the same distance, they would probably burn like 10 times the calories.
Yeah, it would be
that
crazy.
It would be insane.
But the problem is too, they would pass
Yeah,
probably 3 or 4 churro stands on the way.
True. Deplete their inventory.
Yeah, the glycogen stores aren't deep. Anyway, so this isn't going to play well on radio, but certainly we'll see here.
Yes.
The gentleman was sort of like leaned back.
So Trippers lean back, kind of like Stephen Hawking-esque.
Yeah, but maybe his head was straight.
Oh,
like
okay.
this.
Trippers-
No speak and spell.
Okay.
And Rip, actually. Didn't he die?
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Rip.
Pour one out. No.
My mouth. There we go.
He wasn't up and like attentive, like how you would drive a car, how you're kind of up and active. Very passive. He just had the fucking throttle just slammed,
Wow.
and he was kind of
Think?
leaning back. It was like a runaway train almost.
Do you think how cars have governors on them? Whether you get up to a certain speed and start choking it.
Yeah.
Do you think they have that?
Oh, for sure.
Or do you think? And then like, if they have governors, and let's just say he's going downhill with that much weight.
Oh,
Do you
like
think
I
they
don't
have, like,
think
a
it's
brake?
no.
Oh man, he can get a whole lot of steam. It's like those cartoons, where the snowball starts to roll.
Yeah.
Down, it gets bigger and bigger. Okay. Go on, sorry.
It's it could be the wildest ride in the wilderness. So anyway, this guy blows in front of me, and not even a nod, like a "Hey, sorry" or whatever. And he almost ran my foot over, and he's just full throttle in this fucking thing. And I was like, "Hey, dude, like what the fuck?" And he's just going. He has no concern for anyone. He's just blasting. I don't know where he's gonna go. I mean, he's just going somewhere. I don't know. And then again, we were in Frontierland or
Corndog
something.
Castle.
Yeah. Maybe the princesses were doing a change or something, a staff change.
Maybe,
and then
maybe I had to get to Starbucks and get some porn going.
Oh,
Fire up his porn.
yeah. It's like,
Okay.
oh, I'm losing my erection. I better go back to Starbucks. Oh, I thought that was a joke. I'll edit the dead air out. Cerny just staring at me.
Okay.
And I saw him again, and he almost ran into me again. And this time I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Whoa, dude!" I mean, he almost hit the stroll. Like, I'm like, "What? He shouldn't."
Just because your willpower for eating doesn't work doesn't mean your eyes don't work.
Unless he has diabetes and he lost vision.
Oh.
That
Well, then he
could've
needs a fucking dog that.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
A thought. So if they're that fat, and they need like their diabetes, like they lose their vision for some reason. You get like a sleigh of dogs, like the
or a sidecar for their guide dog.
sidecar. Okay.
Well, because the dog walks and it sort of like stops them and stuff, right?
Yeah. I think
So I don't know how that would work. How could you be in the mobility scooter?
you would need like a sleigh, like a dog sled. You have a team of
Like
seeing
the
eye dogs.
Iditarod. Iditarod.
Oh man.
Okay.
So what did he have a rebuttal?
He just. By the time my words got to him, he was 20 feet away because he's.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. That battery life must be good on that thing. Must be like a
better.
Tesla battery.
Oh yeah, like he has 200 miles for you to charge it.
So, the strollers, necessary evil.
They are necessary. I took umbrage with the way some chose to use them.
Now, I also had somebody in the mobility scooter. This is the second time I went, just last week, going, and, when there's like a parade, they sort of rope off, and they have like a main artery where you can go through.
Yeah.
She was watching the parade while she was going super slow now.
Ugh.
And then she would let off the throttle, and I'm going behind her in the stroller, and similar to driving, not much distance in between the bumper
Okay.
and my
Tailgating.
bumper. Tailgating. And then I was like, whoa, like I had to really pull up short there. And I was like, you're in this thing, you should be setting the pace of traffic. And then I had to go around, but these things are very wide, and she can't steer it very well.
Oh, God. Disaster.
Yeah, it was. And
Now, interesting with the mobility scooters. In high school, I remember this guy ran into me with it, hit me in the shins. It hurt like hell. It was like a crowded hallway. Boom, hit me. And I was like, oh my God. I was getting ready to yell at him. And it was a special needs kid. And I was like,
but you didn't realize it was special needs.
No, because I wasn't looking. It came around the corner like, boom. And I was like, oh. I closed my eyes because it hurt so bad.
Right.
I remember I remember looking at him going, I still want to yell at you, but I would be a fucking pariah. I would be
highly
shamed.
frowned upon.
I was like, oh my God. It hurt so bad.
Was there remorse in his eyes?
No, because he kept going straight. He was like, kept going, like, and I was like, his name was Cody. Like,
we'll figure it out after.
I remember him like, just like, oh, Cody, take your hand off the. And
like, he just didn't care.
He was just like,
yeah,
I have to go. And I was like, oh, it hurt. And I was like, oh.
Well, now I have to go to the, who works on your legs. What's that doctor called?
I don't know.
Not podiatrist, but
Shinologist.
Shinologist.
Fuck my shins up.
Calf massage.
No, the scooters, they were a problem. So the big thing that I had a problem with is when, and this was part of my party too, they would do this. When you're walking, and then they stop.
Oh my!
And start talking. It's like move the shit to the side of the fucking to talk.
I had the same fucking thing.
Can you not walk and talk? I mean, what the fuck? Do you have to stop and talk? Does your mouth and legs not move? They can't operate at the same time?
I was like, if you're driving on the highway and you see Aunt Judith, do you pull the fucking e-brake when you're going 80 miles an hour to say hi to her?
I know.
No.
I know. Oh.
What the fuck? That the blockage and what it distills down to, because I obviously did a lot of thinking about this.
Yes.
No self-awareness.
You're right. You are the only person.
They're
in
the
this
only
world.
person.
There's nobody else.
Yeah. When they're waiting in line, they're like, there's no one else. It's just them. And they just stop and they chat with their family about why is Finding Nemo closed or should they go to Space Mountain.
Yes.
And there's no.
My party was doing this too when we were there.
Were you shouting at them? You should have.
I was shouting, and then when it fell on deaf ears, I just kept walking. I just left them.
And then what did they say? You just kind of walked away?
There's no self-awareness, so there was no real connection as to why I was being upset with this. So the irony was one time we rode the monorail.
A good break.
We rested our legs, rode the monorail around.
What did you get on?
Not one word was
Tomorrowland?
spoken. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not one word was spoken. Everyone just sat there. We got off. We get into the flow of traffic. We take maybe 20 steps, and we stop to talk. I was like, what the fuck were we doing on the monorail? What the... Anyway, that's it.
this isn't your like core family unit.
No.
This is
because the core
probably on your wife's side, I guess.
The core was
They
just
know.
as upset because I was like, why?
Yeah.
You can't just stop in the middle of traffic because there's other people walking with strollers double wide that will run right up your fucking ass, and I will, I wouldn't even be mad.
Then that's what they should.
Yeah, you should. You deserve that.
Do you think there should be more carnage at Disneyland? Like, what I felt like I needed on the front of my stroller was a cattle catch.
Yeah, or you put I said the same thing. You were like, or
what the old trains would
the
have.
fucking Ben-Hur with the fucking
Ben-Hur.
spikes on the side.
Like the old Batmobile from like the George Clooney Bat Nipples one.
Yeah,
spikes coming out.
That drives me crazy. But there's other people a lot of people just stop. They would be walking and then just stop to talk. It's like, what the fuck?
I almost like part of me wants to just like blast into them and kind of push up and like just knock their phone out of their hand or whatever they're doing. I just want to knock them over and be like, "Oh, sorry, you just stopped. I wasn't able to stop it."
You stopped like a dumbass, so I mean,
All right, what other pet peeves do we have about Disney?
All right, let's take a look here. Your cast members. Your thought about them fucking.
Okay.
And maybe in their mascot uniform.
Like a furry. So the cast members, I will say, are all in. They are so in character. The people in the suits, as well as this last time, did you have to go to like the princess
No.
castle? Yeah, your girls are a little bit.
They're a
don't
little
really
older,
care too
so
much.
and even so, Jeffrey has a hard time with
The waiting stuff.
well, Nat. And so there's a Captain America, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, Jeffrey, Captain America.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, but that's just a person acting. And I was
Oh.
like, okay, well, yeah, that's right. So I'm not gonna.
Way to ruin it for everyone.
Okay, yeah. So I don't want to see him. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. You don't have to see him. So
Yeah. They had a I don't know I haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but the Chris Pratt character.
I forget his fucking name.
Yeah. I went on that ride.
Yeah.
Solo.
Oh,
So now with the kid and the pregnant wife,
true.
she's like, "You want to go on rides?" I'm like, I mean,
So Jeffrey,
like,
Jeffrey did enjoy that ride. He went on it
it
twice.
was worse. They've updated it since Haunted
the
Hollywood
Tower
Tower.
Terror.
There you go. They like
You go up and down.
Yeah,
You bounce.
I was like, whoa,
'cause
whoa.
if I remember, the Tower Terror was only 3 drops. So it was like one, like one halfway, then you go all the way up to, and then 2, and then back up, and 3, and then that was it. And this one,
it was
now when the doors close, there's moments where I don't know whether you're going up or down. That was me. I couldn't fucking figure it out. Like, are we dropping? Or are we fucking going up?
and I was waiting because I knew the part where they open it and you're looking out on like all of Anaheim.
Yeah.
And then woof, and I was kind of waiting for that to happen, but they
bounce
you get jerked pretty
You're
good
going up
around
and down.
there.
I like it.
Felt like I was at Starbucks, jerking it so much.
Looking at you porn.
So these characters are so
Prior to
into it.
2019.
Yeah, pre 2019, and the princesses and everything. Do you think that because they'll come out and they'll do their thing, they'll sign the autographs, take the pictures for like 10 or 15 minutes,
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it's
they're
15
like,
minutes, they gotta take a break.
Goofy's got to go home now, and he'll go and like do his funny thing and go back into the cast members only area.
Yes.
So my question is, do you think there's a lot of fraternization between?
No, I think I did read that one point in time where it was like talking about Disneyland, and there's a lot of throwing
Mingling.
down. Mingling.
I could see that. Now the princesses.
Yes.
My daughter wanted to see Ariel,
Okay.
and when we went in, they didn't necessarily say. They just said Disney princesses instead of like. And it's there's 3 little rooms in this big castle thing. So there's
what is it in Disneyland?
Yeah. Kind of right to the left of the castle.
Okay.
And so we went in there, and there was Cinderella.
Oh, it's like green. Is like there's a green stuff.
Yeah,
That doesn't matter.
Cinderella, Ariel, and then Snow White when we went.
Okay.
And so we go in, and they're like, "Hi, little princess," and they're all on character.
Yes.
And I go in, and so I'm looking, checking out Cinderella. I'm like, oh, a little too tall, a little too thin. Then we went to Ariel. I'm like, I'm normally not into redheads, but I could make an exception
Okay.
here.
Okay.
And then Snow White, and I'm like, the really mousy
Yes.
voice totally kills it for me. But I was just thinking, there's got to be the dads that are like, oh, I want to get a picture. I mean, these poor women must be just
you're probably
constantly
right,
getting
creeper.
me too'd.
So probably right after he left Starbucks, viewing his YouPorn, he came over to take a the Disneyland Starbucks.
Oh, in downtown. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there is the one within there too.
Viewed his YouPorn, and now he's got to go take a picture.
His wick is stiff. He's waiting in the line to see whatever.
I want to see. I wonder how many pictures I got to take with some weird dude.
Oh, it's
my aunt. She's real big down there with Disney.
mm-hmm.
She was telling me like there's some rule. So if you get cast to play Ariel, and she's the one from Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah.
So she has red hair. So you can't have the same hair color as the
wig.
Yeah, as the person you're playing. So
What?
because if you're leaving, like you're off, they don't want some girl going, "That's Ariel."
Oh, and
You-
you'd be like, "No, sweetie, Ariel is
Yeah,
right here."
so they want to keep like the whole magic.
Facade, yeah. Magic.
So-
Sorry, not facade.
Oh,
It is-
facade
well,
too.
you know.
Yeah, either or. Tomato, tomato.
So you're telling me Cinderella's not a natural blonde?
Not that one you saw.
Okay. And I'm thinking, what are these women doing behind the scenes? Are they like fucking banging rails out, snorting coke and pills and stuff behind, and then come out with all these kids, or
Could
do they
be.
genuinely so into
I'm sure
like
they
making these?
something.
I mean, the Snow White character knew everything about. Oh, my door, because my daughter went up and she wouldn't say anything, and was only half looking at it. Oh, I have a friend named Bashful too. You're pretty bashful. Oh,
Okay.
blah
that's kinda-
blah. Oh, and then like looked at her shirt and like, oh yeah, bunnies. Oh, have you heard of this? And so they're all in.
Wow. So, actually did some prep.
Yeah.
Something Chip and
Now-
Sarah, we wing.
At work, I proposed the same question about the princesses,
Okay.
and someone at work said he either dated a princess or someone that was like their dream in high school or college was to be a Disney princess.
Okay.
And they said they're all like, most of them are pretty bitchy. And,
I can see that.
when they're like getting their makeup done, they're very particular about how it looks and making sure they're very on brand for the princesses.
Okay. Method acting.
Yeah. So now I would think if I was playing Goofy, I mean, this would get me fired, but I would like show up to a party wearing the fucking Goofy outfit because it would be, and try to have
I was told that I don't think you can really announce that you are. You can say
Oh,
you
I can
work
see
for
that.
Disney, but
You're a
can't,
cast member.
Yeah, you can't say what you are.
I could see that.
So Chip and Sarah would be fired probably hours into our.
Oh yeah. Like,
commitment.
why is Donald Duck humping
Why
Minnie
did-
Mouse?
Why is CERN wearing Donald Duck bottoms but no head?
Yeah.
at a party? I don't know.
Are you filleting the Minnie Mouse head? What's happening? But in the Donald Duck bottoms, you're like mixing and matching the heads.
It's Disney's Frankenstein.
Some kid comes out just
Traumatized.
yeah, Mickey Mouse head on Donald Duck body. Just who knows what the fuck. Oh man.
Man, that would be good.
Well, what else? Did I have anything else? I thought I did.
Let's see. People stand in the middle of the walkways. Yes. Here we go. Pirates of the Caribbean. You rode.
Okay.
4 or 5 times.
Oh, the kid was all about that one.
Yes.
And I don't know. You tell me. This is your son's first time, right?
Well, first time that he can remember. He's there when he was probably like
One or something?
like 2 or so. He can walk and he was running around and stuff.
Okay.
But he was
He
still
didn't know.
little. He doesn't remember.
So it is really, and I guess it's the thing about parenting in general. It's very interesting to see what they pick up on within the rides. Like we did Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yes.
So it's all about the pirates.
Yes.
Now my daughter's like, "Oh, look at the dog. Looks like Zoe."
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
look
with
at the
with
chickens.
keys. Yes.
And like not paying attention to anything else, just about these really particular
Yes.
things and kind of like misses the main point of it.
Yes.
The whole
now,
thing.
Jeffrey. So we rode Pirates after we rode
Space Mountain.
Yes. So he was very concerned because he couldn't see what was going on. So he thought
You spooked him.
Yeah, he thought we were going to go for like a major drop. No, I was fucking with him. I told him get ready for the big drop. We're all, you might fly out the boat. And I couldn't help myself. But
Do you have your seatbelt on?
yeah, that was the other thing. He was like, "There's nothing." I was like, "You better hold on, boy." He's like looking at me. I was like, "You'll be fine."
Remember when you didn't empty the dishwasher? See ya.
You better hold on.
Yeah.
Fucking hold on. Just hold on to my hands. I won't let you go. I
Yeah.
promise.
Don't
He's like
grab
looking
mom's.
at me. I was like, "You'll be fine. Quick, go on it." But so he was kind of concerned about that. He was picking up on like them shooting back and forth. He's like, "Phew." He's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, he kind
"Those
of got
real
that.
bullets." No, those aren't real bullets. I already had to. Like,
Okay.
I already
Yeah.
know before he starts speaking. I know what he's, because he's like, because they blow the air and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, those aren't real bullets. Don't worry.
Or the Indiana Jones ride, that where the spears come out.
Oh
Were
yeah.
you going through that? That actually,
we went. Was it Spears? Because we went through
Or
like
whatever
tunnel
they are.
2 or whatever. What tunnel did you go through?
the snake one. Actually, I went on Indiana Jones once in the two
Well,
times that I've went.
they have 3 tunnels, I believe. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
and
really?
You have to pick a path. I can't remember. I think we went tunnel 2.
I don't know. Do they all have the snake?
Well, yeah, because he hates snakes or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the big giant snake or whatever.
I thought they always blow the darts.
Yeah,
Where you going?
there's some part where they blow darts. Now he put his head down because it was because Space Mountain Terror was still fresh in his mind.
You did it a little backwards, sir.
I did.
You should have warmed them up.
We just jumped in the deep end.
Yeah, so we were on Pirates, and with all these rides, it's not on a track. You're kind of like floating.
Yeah, you're floating on a fucking
And so
boat.
we like bumped the boat in front of us.
Yeah.
Like it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Right?
In a small world, there's a fucking log jam.
Log jam. So the second time we hit the boat, the woman in the very back, because we were in the front, she turns around and like looks at me like,
I ain't
I'm
driving this
like-
bitch. Turn around.
I'm like, what do you think? I got fucking brakes on this thing?
Yeah, right.
And we kept bumping, and she kept turning around.
Oh God.
I'm like, ma'am, what the fuck do you want me to do?
I'm not driving. I'm riding. I'm along for the ride. It's like what's that one?
So I threw my Mickey pretzel at her.
Did you get one of those?
We didn't get any. The only thing that I wanted, the big pickles. Do you know those big ones?
Yes, those are delicious.
And
Did you get
yes.
Okay, I was gonna say they are over by Indiana Jones. They
Yeah.
have
And I didn't get one the first time, and the second time I got one. I mean,
they're so good.
they're
Delectable. I don't know why they're so good.
the
but they're-
upper crust of all pickles.
Yeah, they are. They are.
The right amount of
Disney
crunch.
knows the pickles.
Now I noticed they now have spicy, and they had a regular one. I just got the regular.
I know, but the spicy always calls me, but I'm too.
I'll get it next time.
Okay.
I mean, we
Me
go
too.
every other
Me
week,
too.
so I'll fucking be
We'll
down there
elephant
next
walk.
week.
We'll get one together. We'll
Now-
lock arms like Lady in the Train. We'll eat the pickle. We'll recite the Lady in the Train.
And our teeth will bump as we're deep throwing it.
So we took Jeffrey when he was probably like let's
2, you
see.
said.
Well, 2. That was the last time, but he went. When,
Oh, he
I
went
have
before
picture-
that.
He was an infant, like he was like months.
Oh, really?
Old, months old. So we probably went in October.
And he was just a little guy too. When
yeah,
he was an infant.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was probably 6 months old.
Okay.
So that's when actually we got him a pickle. Well, waiting on
Oh.
when he was 6 months old because he had his front teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, they were coming in or whatever. I think.
And pickle's a good,
Yeah.
easy.
Oh,
food.
he loved it. He was trying to he was like gnawing on it
Yeah.
and stuff and sucking the juice. I was like, oh wow, he likes pickles. But I remember I was taking a bite of it, going, this is a fucking great pickle.
It's a great pickle. It's a whole dill, big kosher
Oh, yeah.
dill. And my
How
wife,
do you stand on sweet pickles?
Oh, I mean, I'll fuck with it.
I
I'm
fucking hate sweet pickles. I can't even.
I'm into all pickle things.
dill pickles.
Did you know I've been making my own pickles?
What?
Oh my God, Cerny. Next episode's about
yeah,
pickles.
yes.
Okay. Back to Disneyland. Well,
Yes.
we could talk about pickles.
Yes. Okay.
We'll bring my wife on because she loves them too.
Oh yes.
Mostly for the flesh ones. what Disneyland,
All right, so you rode the Pirates and you bumped over 5 times. Okay,
Yeah.
and then here we go.
the single
Here we
rider
go. Here we
lines.
go. Here's
Okay.
probably where we're gonna spend most of our
Okay.
time. This
We've
is
already spent quite a bit of time,
yeah,
but
I know. So
I still have a little endless rant left.
two-part.
Do you need another or you're?
I am empty.
Okay.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
the rides and their PC.
Oh.
Okay, so
I heard someone actually complain about this, but go ahead. On Pirates.
okay, so I noticed on Pirates they had switched it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I remember before, like they were like bidding on a hooker before, right?
Women. They were auctioning women off.
Okay,
Yeah.
I assumed they were hookers, but
Oh,
and then
could be.
remember
They
the guy
probably
was
were.
the guy was chasing the girl
The
in
wife,
the
yeah.
in the hotel or
Yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
was, and now they switched it up to she's chasing him with a frying pan or
Or
something.
like what are those
Oh,
rolling pins?
rolling pin, yes, something like that. And then
They're selling chickens now.
Chickens.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
that's
that's my daughter was like, "Oh, the chickens are stuck because they were all in a crate."
right. Okay. I remember them. I remember them saying they're gonna switch it up, and then I looked. I was like, yeah, they're not doing that anymore.
Now, in general, how do you feel about this
Oh, I don't.
sort of
I don't care.
PCing of?
I mean, I don't care. Even it's fine if they want to do it. That's fine. I mean, I really don't think it's. If you really want to get down to it, it's a timepiece. So I'm sure that happened, but it's a Disney ride, so that's fine. You can change it that way. It doesn't. Either way, it doesn't really
Yeah, and
matter to me.
we were on the same Pirates, and the sort of rednecky dad behind me. Oh, everything's got to be so PC now. Like they, because the wife, like you can tell when people haven't been on. They like remember. They're like, oh, remember when that was this? And
Yeah.
oh, well, they used to be selling women. He's like, oh, it's so PC now. This is bullshit. One, why does it fucking matter to you that much?
Yeah. It doesn't.
Two, this is for the betterment of like the
Yeah.
society.
At one point in time, it was okay, but that's not anymore.
When they opened it, they probably were like auctioning black people off.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they just have that going still? Well, that's how it opened, so they should just leave it, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not
It
acceptable
doesn't-
anymore.
That doesn't matter. If
The
that's the way it
fucking
goes.
times changes.
That's fine.
Now, I did think there probably will be a time, I would give it 5 to 10 years, when they won't have the guns shooting across the barrel.
I'll take beef with that because come on, you're doing pirates in your movie. You have the guns. I mean, come on, that's part of the.
Oh, yeah. But you know the specific one where they're on the barrel like drunk and they're kind of shooting it?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they won't be drunk either. Because it's-
I'm probably when they opened it, they were probably aiming the guns like at the boat, like, at the kids and shit. But now they're kind of, you don't
up in
feel
the air,
as.
yeah.
But I could totally see it in the next couple of years if they take it out. I don't know what they would do. Maybe they're just going to point them up in the ceiling or something. But
So then, what I did think was weird. So we focused on the pirates, which is fine.
yeah.
But then you get on the fucking train and you go through
Oh, with
the
the
chiefs
Indians
and stuff. Yeah, like some of the natives. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We're gonna go after the pirates. We're gonna, which is fine. But now we're gonna leave some of the natives here. And he's like a guy with a headdress and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
And they're like, oh, when welcoming his new neighbors or something. I'm like, you mean before they fucking committed genocide on this entire race?
No. And then you go to the Jungle Cruise and they have the
headhunter.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, well,
And all the safari guys are like these like black.
yeah,
Nigerian
it's
looking.
like classic, like almost like the old cartoon Black Fate, the
Yeah.
characterization of him. I was like, well, I mean, if we're gonna go after, might as well keep on going.
Yeah,
and-
let's clean up all the rides then.
yeah.
And in the Peter Pan ride,
I didn't
in
go
the
on
Peter
that.
Pan movie, there's like the Native Americans,
Yeah.
but they had them there and they were smoking the peace pipe,
Oh yeah.
and they all had big fucking alky noses,
Oh yeah.
and
The
literally
Gin
like red.
yeah, they're red.
I mean, like
red,
a joke red color face.
the quote Redskins.
Yeah, the red skin. And I was like, oh boy. And they're like smoking, they're blowing like crazy smoke
Oh yeah.
things out with this big peace pipe and stuff. So it is interesting how they decide to PC some of these
It's
different
like, is it
rides
because
up, but not
Pirates
the
is
others.
popular, and maybe the other ones aren't. I was trying to figure it out because I was sitting there going, "Well, that's
The only thing
That's fucking racist. And if I'm thinking it's
Yeah.
racist, then I mean, I wasn't even really thinking about the auctioning off of,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the,
yeah.
I wasn't really piecing it together.
Right.
So all of a sudden they're going,
No, the only thing I will say with pirates is because they recently, when I say recently, maybe the last 10 years, updated it for the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. They're
Yeah, the
adding
franchise,
and did, like they added the Johnny Depp guy in there. So they're
Yeah.
probably like, well, we're in here already. Let's mix some of this stuff up.
yeah,
That would be
maybe
my
you're right.
only thing. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and It's a Small World is like, there's some questionable
Yeah, I
questionable
know,
shit
I
going on
fucking-
in there.
We had to go on it because we had some first timers in our group.
I don't understand the attraction to it.
I think it's just because it's nostalgia. It's kind of one of the originals. Actually,
Yeah.
it's not.
Right, it
I looked
opened
it
up.
in
Yeah,
like 66
Yeah.
instead of the park
55.
opened. Park opened 55, but I think that was like 66 was when they came out with a Small World. But I think it's still the nostalgia of it.
What was the first? What was like the OG rides? Do we know?
Autotopia, the little car thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mr. Toad, Peter Pan.
Okay.
Did you ever go?
The Haunted Mansion, maybe.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I wonder what it would be kind of
Did
crazy to go back and see.
Did you ever go to Disneyland as a child?
Yeah.
Did you ever? And I swear to God, and if I looked it up, there was a ride. You would like be in like this fucking what was it called? Like a little dome thing or whatever. It was like a little like a sky.
And it would go super fast.
No.
Oh.
It was like it would go super slow. But it would be like on a cable. It'd be dangling over the park, and you would go slow through Matterhorn and stuff.
Like a gondola or something?
Yeah. But
Like how long ago? Are we talking like in the 90s or something?
90s, yeah. So I remember going with
I
my
don't
dad.
remember that.
Let me take a look.
You're looking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Now, we saw, and coming up is the Star Wars land, which
I did see that too. That's when we saw it in the train. I remember looking
Yeah.
at it going, oh, there it is. Skyway. Disneyland Skyway.
oh, when did it close? Or when did it,
94. Opened in 56.
oh, so that was like an OG one.
It looks like, so this is a great pot. I'm telling you, I'm showing
Yeah,
you a
showing-
fucking picture of it, but
Okay.
it's like a cable. I remember like you could see down and stuff. I remember going through like the Matterhorn and stuff. It was cool. I think they closed it.
No, I remember a ride that was in the Tomorrowland. That was, the thing about it was like, oh, it goes 70 miles an hour on this track, but it hasn't been there for a while.
Wow.
Rocket Rods. Oh, here we go. My wife texted me from the other room. Open day attractions, July 17th, 1955. Autotopia, Disneyland Band, Railroad, Jungle Cruise.
I can see the railroad.
Yeah. They're like,
They haven't
"This is-"
updated it since.
They're like, this is cutting edge technology. Steam engine. Coal engine, rather. Jungle Cruise, King Arthur's Carousel, Mad Tea Party,
Okay.
the main entrance, Main Street Cinema.
The main entrance. Oh,
Yeah.
the fucking gates. Okay.
Mark Twain Riverboat, Mark
Twain.
Twain, Mr. Toad, Peter Pan, Snow White, Storybook Land Canal Boats.
Is that the fun where you go through?
Surprised the Abe Lincoln. Did you go on that one? The Abe Lincoln, like
No.
there's like an Abe Lincoln ride.
I didn't go on that.
It's
damn
in right when you walk in. It's in like the older town.
it. Yeah.
It's like a Abe Lincoln. You go in the theater and stuff. And
Oh, I didn't see that.
what's that called? Abe Lincoln at Disneyland. And it's like an animatronic, and he gives a speech. Disneyland's great moments with Mr. Lincoln. It's a thrill level. It's dark, any age. It's a moving film about President Lincoln's life, from his humble log cabin at birth to his splitting headache at death. Oh,
The
sorry,
last part
I
is
misread
ad-
that.
ad-libbed.
Then he watches. He takes center stage to deliver highlights from his greatest speeches.
Wow.
That's exciting.
I didn't know that. Did you do Disney's dance party?
No, We did one of the Frozen ones. I honestly have not seen the Frozen movie.
You haven't?
No. So we went to this play, and I sort of got the gist of it. I guess the movie's like an hour and a half. The play was an hour, so they just trimmed some of the fat. I thought it was pretty. It was okay.
It's
Charlie was like, Elsa, Anna, and I'm like, yeah, Olaf, and
So has she seen the movies?
no.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen the "Let It Go" song, like on YouTube or whatever.
I mean, if you haven't, then
Yeah,
you live in
you're
a cave.
living under a fucking.
Then you
rock.
think you don't know that YouPorn is a popular site.
Yeah. Oh, the Tiki Room. Let's see. What is the most recent? Oh, whoa. Hold on. Cerny. May 4th, 2018. March of the First Order opens.
May 4th?
May the 4th be with you. Summer 2019, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. July 1st, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance opens.
Next year, we've already planned next year. We're going to go back.
When? Well, we have.
Oh, you do?
We got the passes.
We can actually do
Just let us know.
joint.
We'll just. Could you? That would be, dare I say, too much fun.
That would be too much fun. And it will happen now.
Oh, it's going to happen. I went on the new. Did you go on the Star Tours?
No.
I went in. I was like, okay, this is whatever. And see,
Was it cool?
You know who fucking popped out? Jar Jar Binks.
Are you serious?
I was like, this. I almost got it. I was like, let me out of his fucking seatbelt.
Are you serious? Oh, my God.
Oh, you can tell they updated it right after that Phantom Menace movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was only those ships.
Oh, God. Okay.
And they flew through wherever the...
Last time I was on that ride, it was like, it wasn't even Star, it obviously wasn't Star Wars. It was like a robot that came out and it was almost like a fucking Red 5 or whatever.
Oh, it looked like Wall-E or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was something ridiculous.
But yeah, Jar Jar Binks were in it, and I was like, I'm out. I give up. This is fucking... I'm not going... I walked right on pretty much. And, the wife and the kid were doing something else, and I thought, oh, it'll be cool. Like, maybe they have the new... No. Jar Jar fucking Binks.
No.
Well, we've gone on too long about Disneyland. And we haven't even got to our pickle part. Our pickle
For
part.
another episode.
Yeah. Well, if you have any Disney tips or tricks,
let us know.
You can send those our way.
You can send us our way. If you want to just email to us because you don't want anybody else getting your tricks.
Or your tips.
Or your tips. chipandcernshow@gmail.com. If you want to spread it out, spread the love.
Oh.
Reach out to us. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Chip and Cern Show, and just search Chip and Cern Show. We're there. You can also DM us from that point.
Slide right in.
If you want to wear some Chip and Cern Show gear,
to Disneyland or anywhere,
out in the streets, Starbucks.
If you need a blast towel for your next Starbucks trip,
Chip and Cern Show shirt. There you go. chipandcernshow.com/shop. Black Friday sale. Anything Chip and Cern Show.
And I think we should get the joint family trip.
I'm already. It's already booked in my mind.
The excitement's building.
It is. I'm already excited.
I think we should. Me and you, we'll go through a dozen pickles. Easy.
Oh, absolutely. That's
no questions about it.
What do we want first? Pickles.
Pickles.
Oh,
I can't. Spicy, and then we'll switch halfway.
There you go.
Until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.